Next in the procedures, the value finding is not a standard before and after appraisal because the appraisal scoping checklist, which has been signed by the acquiring agency, the appraiser, and the review appraiser, has documented the valuation problem is uncomplicated and that it is apparent the residue suffers no severance damages. The valuation procedure for the value finding is 1. Determine the whole property and the larger parcel. The whole property and the larger parcel should be identical. The larger parcel is valued before the taking, ignoring any project influence. It's also valued as a vacant site, ignoring any structures or improvements outside the take areas. 2. Determine the highest and best use of the larger parcel as a vacant site. 3. Value the larger parcel as a vacant site using the sales comparison approach. 4. Allocate the unit value of the larger parcel to the land component of the area taken. 5. Estimate the contributory value of site improvements taken. 6. Estimate compensation for any temporary construction easement or any nominal cost to cure. And here's an example of what we're talking about when we're talking about larger parcel or the whole property. What you see in front of you are 3 properties side by side. One is parcel A, one is parcel B, one is parcel C. A is improved with a residential structure, B is improved with a residential structure, and parcel C is improved with a commercial structure. So you have differing land uses. On parcel C, you're going to see that there's a take area. That's what those pink areas represent. Now, when we're dealing with a value finding appraisal report, we've explained that the whole property and the larger parcel should be identical. For this example, we're going to assume that the same person owns A, B, and C, and the takings are on parcel C and a little bit of parcel B. We call that 1WD on parcel C, and on parcel B, we call that 2WD. So the whole is the aggregate of parcels A, B, and C because they are under a unitary owner. The same person owns all 3. But there may be 3 separate larger parcels. The way we define a larger parcel is different than how we define a whole property. In this situation, the whole and the larger parcel are not identical. To determine how to value these kind of acquisitions takes more than just casual thought. The impact to the whole will need to carefully be considered, as well as the complexity of the valuation problem and the determination of fair compensation and the expenditure of tax dollars. Here's another example. What we have here is a 3-unit commercial strip center. The building is shown in blue and it shows the 3 units. You've got parking in front and you've got parking in the back. The parking flows around. People drive around the building and can park either front or back. Parking area is paved. You've got a brick wall that is in the front of the building that's shown as black. And then you've got the road in front of all of that. So 10WD is that pink area along the front of the road, and in that pink area, the brick wall is being taken. Now behind 10WD is 10T, which is shown as a red dotted line. So when we do a value finding appraisal report, we're going to determine the larger parcel. In this case, the whole and the larger parcel are the same because we've got no abutting ownership. We're going to determine the highest and best use of the larger parcel as a vacant site. The larger parcel is commercial. We're going to value the larger parcel as a vacant site using the sales comparison approach. We're going to assume that that approach indicated a unit value of $20 per square foot for the larger parcel as a vacant site. Now we're going to allocate the unit value of the larger parcel to the land component. So what's taken is 10WD. We're going to assume that has 1,200 square feet in it, and we're going to allocate the $20 a square foot from the larger parcel as a vacant site to the take area, which indicates compensation for the land taken only of $24,000. Next, we're going to estimate the contributory value of site improvements taken. There was a brick wall that was in the 10WD that's taken. We're going to assume that the contributory value of that brick wall is $18,500. Then we're going to estimate compensation for any temporary construction easements or nominal cost to cure. The temporary, we're going to assume, had 120 square feet in it. We're going to value it at $20 per square foot. That's going to give us value. We're then going to take that value and we're going to capitalize it at 8%, which gives us the annual rent. And we're going to assume in this case that the temporary is for 6 months, not a year. So we reduced it by 50%, indicating compensation for the temporary at $288. So the total estimated compensation is $42,788 in this example. It's time for knowledge check.